Now that I'm dead, I know everything. This is what I wish would happen. But like so many of my wishes, it failed to come true. I know only a few factoids that I didn't know before. It's much too high, a price to pay for the satisfaction of curiosity, needless to say. Since being dead, since achieving this state of bonelessness, liplessness, breathlessness, I learned some things I would rather not know, as one does when listening at windows or opening other people's letters. You think you like to read minds? Think again. Down here, everyone arrives with a sack. Like the sack used to keep the winds in, but each of these sack is full of words. Words you spoken, words you heard, words that have been said about you. Some sacks are very small, others are large. My own is of a reasonable size. Thought a lot of the words in it concerned my eminent husband. What a fool he made of me. Some say it was a specialty of his making fools. He got away with everything, which was another of his specialties, getting away. He was always so plausible. Many people had believed that his version of events was the true one. Give or take a few murders, a few beautiful seductresses, a few one-eye monsters. Even I believed him from time to time. I knew he was tricky and a liar. I just didn't think he would play his tricks and try out his lies on me. Hadn't I been faithful? Hadn't I waited and waited and waited? Despite the temptation, almost the compulsion to do otherwise. And what did I amount to? Once the official version gained ground, an indefying legend, a stick used to beat other women with. Why couldn't they, as considerate, as trustworthy, as all-suffering as I had been? That was the line they took, the singers, the yarn spinners. Don't follow my example. I want to scream in your ears, yes, yours. But when I try to scream, I sound like an owl. Of course, I had inklings about his slipperousness, his willingness, his foxiness, his... how can I put this? His unscrupulousness. But I turned a blind eye. I kept my mouth shut. Or if I opened it, I sang his praises. I didn't contract it. I didn't ask awkward questions. I didn't dig deep. I wanted happy endings in those days. And happy endings are best achieved by keeping the writer's luck and going to sleep during the rampage. But after the main events were over and things had become less legendary, I realized how many people were laughing at my behind. How they were jeering, making jokes about me. Jokes both clean and dirty. How they were turning me into a story or into several stories, though not the kind of stories I prepared to hear about myself. What can a woman do when scandalous gossip travels the world? If she defends herself, she sounds guilty, so I waited some more. Now that all the others have run out of air, it's my turn to do a little story making. I owe it to myself. I have to work myself to it. It's a low art, tale telling. Old woman, go in for it. Strolling beggars, blind singers, maid servants, children, folks with time on their hands. Once, people would have laughed if I tried to play the minstrel. There's nothing more preposterous than an aristocrat fumbling around with the arts. But who cares about the public opinion now? The opinion of the people down here, the opinion of shadow, of echoes, so I spin a thread of my own. The difficulty is that I have no mouth through when I can speak. I can't make myself understood, not in your world. The world of bodies of tongues and fingers, and most of the time, I have no listeners, not on your side of the river. Those of you who may catch the odd whispers. The odd is quick, so easily mistake my words from breezes, rustling the dry reeds for bats at twilight, I mean, for bad dreams. But I always been of a determined nature. Patient, they used to call me. I like to see a thing through the end.